Hello, hello, hello. Yeah, Mushroom King. I am on the second stage of the game, so I may end up having a similar experience. Time will tell. We are crusading for the Holy Land. Exactly, River. Good morning, everyone. I am back, and it's time to get back to some goddamn Fire Emblem. I am not that far in. I am intrigued by the weird things that this game is doing, and also concerned because it handed me a Myrmidon that I really want to recruit. Spoiler alert, there are war crimes. In a Fire Emblem game? Imagine. Couldn't be Fire Emblem. No, sir. I think this is the save I want. I was trying to recruit the Myrmidon. Oh wait, was this the save right after she murked my Archer Boy? No, Archer Boy is still alive. Yeah, it's really cool. It does a lot of, frankly, bizarre things that I'm very interested to see where they go with it. But, like, I want this girl. Because she is a Myrmidon that starts with Strength, and she has the ability to double, she has Nile, she has Astra, all wonderful things. 5 pixels. Listen, you should have been here last stream. I fucked up and didn't crop the emulator, so it was even harder to see. Ooh, nice. Sigurd color scheme for Ike. Hell yeah. So I'm pretty sure that what I need to do is cap this castle because Myrmidon Girl's son is being held prisoner there, and that'll let her be like, oh, actually, yeah, I would like to rebel against the people who tried to ruin my life. But I don't think I have... Yeah, I don't have the power to get it done this turn, which is... because Ira can absolutely just, like, decide to demolish one of my units, and there is nothing I can do about it. I think the best I can do is just end everyone's turn on the woods, and pray. Which is already horrifically bad gameplay for Fire Emblem, and as something of a series vet, I'm kind of ashamed at myself that this is the best tactic I can come up with. But, we'll see. I don't know. Oh, yes, just to make it perfectly clear for everyone, I'm playing this game mostly blind. Please don't spoil major stuff. I know about the twist that happens at the end of Generation 1. I've already had one cheeky rando come in here and be like, oh ho! And, like, make a statement where it's like, let me make a thing that won't make any sense, say a thing that won't make any sense to him now, but he'll look back and be like, oh, that's what they meant. And I was like, yeah, okay. Yes, very clever, very cheeky. Oh, okay. Yeah, see, there might be some people who haven't been spoiled to my extent. But yes, all I know about this game is that the twist that happens at the end of the first generation, Sigurd is overpowered. Every unit has their own gold supply for some reason because this game was made by a crazy person, and I love that. I mean, that does work, River, but I know this game has child characters, so that to me means that I need to keep everyone alive if at all possible. Speaking of war crimes... Oh, okay. Fair enough. Fair enough, Shroom. Also, I'm playing with, animations off. Sorry if that pisses everyone off, but there is so much combat to do on... Like, let me just pull up the size of this map. Like, look how big this is. There are many dudes. And I have to assume that, like, many more dudes are gonna come pouring out of here. And possibly here. I don't trust them. Before the map is done. It's not a war crime if all witnesses are devoured. I don't think that's what happens with chemical weapons. Yeah, I really like the Game Boy Advance Fire Emblems, but there's a little too much, like, chunk to these animations for me to get truly into it, I think. I wonder if I can trigger, like, healing AI from her if I get her down low? That could be a thing. Me when 7 people raid and conquer. Oh, well, thank you for pausing the video, Dale. Oh god. I mentioned this on other streams. I've been playing Path of Radiance in my own time just to give myself, like, Fire Emblem to tide me over, so I'm gonna have to get used to how this game displays everything again. It's basically not safe to attack her up close, so let me, like, see if I can ping her down a little and have her be like, oh, fuck, I need to go. There's a lot of similarity, River, it's true. Skill and speed, that's good. Silvar, thank you for the resub. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, no worries, no worries. It's the weekend, people got stuff going on. And, yeah, Path of Radiance, highly recommend. Or, like, just fucking emulate it, there's no shame. It's so expensive to get your hands on. I happily got a copy back in the day when they were only, like, $50 used instead of, like, upwards of 100 or whatever they are now. But I would not judge anyone for going the emulation route for that game, because it's excellent. It's still my favorite Fire Emblem. Oh right, you are an axe person. Why did I think you were not? That's a pretty safe Fire Emblem engage. Right, I have to remember, I have Tellius Canto, because this game is good for that. Oh! And thank you for dropping a gift sub, Silvar. Exactly, Brassica. Like, at a certain point, it's like, come on. Though I have heard, and maybe they're just, like, optimistic rumblings, but some people have been thinking that maybe this game could... Oh, I thought Archer Boy could go there. That's not great that he can't. Ooh, I don't like the risk of leaving... Is that how expensive Emerald is these days? That's crazy. Okay, so Quan can go here, because he's fairly invincible.
Pop Nemo Joshua's Pop Nemo Hat Pop Nemo Speed Pop Nemo Run Pop Nemo Any Pop Nemo Percent Pop Nemo When Pop Nemo.
Pop Nemo indeed. And never Hugh. Never. That would require me playing Sacred Stones again. But thank you for the resub, man. I appreciate it. Thank you to everyone for coming out this morning. I'm honestly, like, my throat's still feeling a little rough, so I don't know how long we'll go, but there is just a lot of just, like, gameplay, so I don't have to do voice acting for a minute. But Sacred Stones is not, like, before anyone jumps on me, I don't think Sacred Stones is bad, it's just my least favorite Game Boy Advance Fire Emblem, which I think is kind of a hot take, but I did a draft race on that, and it went so poorly that it kind of soured my perception of the game forever in irrevocable ways. I fully realize that that is not fair, and I don't really care. She is only 10 HP, spook. Yeah, that's why I have her, like, walled off behind a wave of dudes, even though one of the dudes is just a weak little mage boy.
And so, clearly thank you for the bits, Silvar, also. I don't know why, I'm still drinking a bit of the caffeine, but I don't know why I'm struggling to keep up with some of these, things that you all are doing. So basically, I just need one person to block, and, I would like to get Alec out of here. And he might have a small chance at, maybe doing something to this guy, perhaps? So let's give a little chippy here, and probably he gets it on the counter, goddammit Alec. And he does not do a murder. This is not good, and is not part of our corporate culture. Our corporate corporate culture says, do a murder every day, all day. So we shall have what's his name? Finn. Follow up, which is good. Finn is a good horse boy. I appreciate him quite a bit. And who do I have left to move? Oh, right, I forgot. We have Do versus the World down here. So let's see, oh yes, he has very low chance to be hit, but if he does get hit, it is basically his death. But he's got a pocket healer right there, so yeah, it's not good, River. Our boy is in some trouble. And he hits like tiny baby. But he can dodge all day, every day. I believe the intent is to give you some soft pressure so you can get the rest of your army down here to bail them out. But honestly, like, Do can just kind of evasion tank because he's amazing. How did this happen? Because they started here with, like, all those axe dudes on them, and I started up here, and it's been, like, only 9 turns. Listen, don't worry about it. Everyone is going to be fine, except the person that, Sword Lady is probably going to murder on enemy phase.
And thank you, River, for that voice redeem. Let's see if I have to do a quick reload and wallow in my shame. Yep, we are on Kaga's Wild Ride now. How do you play video games in boxing gloves?
I mean, it's pretty easy, man.
Oh, wait, is she not gonna... No, that's right, she moves on a different enemy phase, because that's a thing in this game. God damn it. Though I imagine Strongbad would probably have a pretty easy time playing video games if he just played like the Atari. Is this the game with Beowulf? I do not know. Maybe? Okay, I think this is the phase where she... Oh, that's right, that dude continues to burn down the village. Don't kill me! Shit, you needed to not die as well. Thank you for the follow, Mushroom King. I do want to recruit her, so that's gonna be a reset. Yep. Normally, I'm fine with just rolling with the punches and letting whoever dies, die. But, again, there are child characters. I want to get as much as I can out of the game in that sense, so I'm gonna be a little bit of a modern Fire Emblem fan and be like, no, a unit died, I'm gonna reset for a little while. Have you tried winning? Yes. It didn't go so well, so okay. That is good that she went for Quan, though. Maybe if I deploy in a similar way, that can just kind of work out for me. Because he doesn't murder her out of pocket, right? Not with the javelin, he doesn't. Okay, I was like, oh dear God. Is this her fate? Regardless. Okay, this should help me set up for a kill for someone, so at least I don't have to worry about that axe fighter. In fact, maybe... No, it is not safe for Archer Femboy, which is unfortunate and tragic. Because I want Archer Femboy to become an unstoppable god of destruction of both the enemies and gender. Yes, Archer Femboy, because I thought for the longest time, I was like, oh yeah, Midir, she's pretty good, and then someone who knew the game last stream was like, Midir's a guy. I'm like, excellent. Because I wear my tastes on my sleeve sometimes, y'all know that.
And by sometimes, I mean all the time.
Joke's on you, I'm into that shit. Literally, literally. I think Alex should be able to take down this chump. Yes, I am aware you are aware, Tail. Okay, he got banged up, but that's fine because I have Horse Healer. Because, oh my god, the game gives you Horse Healer, like, right away. What the hell is Genealogy? And now we put you in this nice, safe little corner. Yeah, we love troubadours. And if you don't, you should. Troubadours are amazing. Crap, now I'm trying to remember how I had everyone deployed. I think I had you down... No, you're at lower health. I should probably... Yeah, and then... Noish. You can... Wait, actually you can go there instead of Mage Boy. This is just a better deployment that I've set up here. Use the nuke. Do they heal horses? Sometimes. Okay, 3, 2, 1... Wait. We need our boy. We need our boy. Oh yeah, I forgot to move Lex as well. Oh hell yes, Fire Emblem. Exactly, Cody. How goes? How goes? I am stuck in a bit of a reset loop, but I'm hoping to escape that with this slightly altered strategy I'm deploying here. I promise, I am above average at these games. I'm just learning the quirks of Genealogy. Child versus entire army. Sure is JRPG in here. Okay, Sigurd should murk this guy on the counter. Good. Now it's just a matter of, I need Sword Girl to not proc Astra and absolutely annihilate some hoe. He kinda is going Ultra Instinct. They have like an 11% chance to hit him or something ridiculous. Gods can't compare to the power of friendship. Hell yeah. It's cheesy, but we love it. I've never played Maple Story, but it does help a little bit, Mushroom. That village is just gonna burn to the ground before I can save it. I have no way of fixing that, and I think I'm okay with it. Don't murder! God damn it. Again! If this goes on for too long, I will just leave her to die. Well, part of it is I kind of bunched everyone up down here versus, like, I could have sent Azel, like, way up here and then just had my horses outrange her through sheer movement, but I have deployed in such a way that I can't do... Wait, could I do that? Am I dumb? Ooh, 40 levels too low. That's bad. Does Maple House have like an auction house or something where you could buy your way out of that? But entire stream is just this fight. It could well be. It could well be. Same, Sylvar. And yeah, I agree here. The old anime art style is like very much an aesthetic that I love. Yeah, she can't reach Mage Boy. And Quan is a brick wall, who I already know she can't kill. This actually works great. Somehow. Okay, let me check your movement. Your movement is 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, no. Quan needs to be here to wall shit. But he is, I think, my tankiest boy, outside of Sigurd himself, so... This is a little bit of a 5 IQ strategy, but it might actually work. Yeah, we love big pauldrons. That WoW aesthetic. Online blackjack. Oh, and it's not an option. I see. Thong armor is so dumb, but I kind of love it. See, the solution is, like, we just have to have, like, equally objectifying armor for dudes. If we objectify everyone equally, then there's no problem. No thong armor, only thong armor. Assless chaps for everyone. Hell yeah. Ooh, Brandish JP art. Yeah, that's a fucking vibe, Cody. Good call. Alright. Dew has like a 1% chance to die every enemy phase. And I feel like long-term that is going to start stressing me out. Because if he gets hit twice, he is dead. But he has like a 10% chance to be hit by each person. I want to objectify everyone equally. True gender equality. Hell yeah, Brassica. I know, right? No! You procced Astra, you slut! Miss. 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh my god, Quan, you sexy led. No, god damn it. You get Astra and then you get your second attack. Son of a bitch. Ah! Still, that was a pretty good... Like, she had to proc Astra, and she still whiffed a lot of her hits. I still think that's the way to go. Okay, let me just do, like, maximum movement, try to get everyone the hell as far away as possible. Because if I move her further away, then that should stop the need for Quan to be there? Question mark? Maybe? Round 3. If only this was only round 3. If only. Okay, what's your movement look like now? You cannot reach Mage Boy, and you have nothing in your way. Therefore, if I move here... Excellent. Okay. This time it's fucking foolproof, because she can't murder anyone. Yeah, first try! You know, we just spent the first 24 minutes of the stream doing a just chatting, you know. I was sipping on my Lady Grey tea, just kind of vibing. So thank you guys for being so patient with me, for taking so long to get to the gameplay. I mean, I know I never like to be like that, but just sometimes you just gotta vibe on a Sunday morning, right? Okay, now let's play the game for real. It's like Earl Grey, but with some, shit, what do they add to it? I think it's like they add some citrus? Or lemon, or something? Earl Grey tea, but gender. Because I can't stomach coffee, so I have to drink tea to wake up in the mornings. Okay, Sigurd trucks this guy, 100% guaranteed. What is the button, Silvar? And I'm well aware. I mean, I don't know what the button is, but I'm aware I could play anything and people would chill. Y'all see the shit I play on Shuffle Saturdays. You hold the button and... What? Is that it? You just hold the button? Nothing else happens? Huh. Just here for the strong bed voice. Valid, valid. I tried to play a Total War game, or a Total War game once, River. I couldn't figure out how to do anything, and I've wrapped my head around Crusader Kings. It's some peak gaming loop. Okay, let me drop a separate... Oh no, that overwrote my thing, didn't it? Yeah, now I don't have that save from the turn. That should be fine though, because if this doesn't recruit her, then I don't know what this girl wants. Seize! Oh, that insta-kills. Sire, we found this young boy in the dungeon. What's the matter? Why are you silent? I want to know why you were held here. You're not one of Kinbaith's lot, are you? We've dealt with Kinbaith. There's nothing to be afraid of anymore. Oh, so Ira doesn't have to keep fighting. My auntie Ira was forced to fight because Kinbaith had me. Please, you've got to help her. A swordswoman? Huh, I thought there was something about her. Very well, I'll let her know that you're safe. Now, what's your name? There's a discard. You should meet my friend Ryan Silvar. That is all he did when we played multiplayer Crusader Kings, was try and sleep with everyone's wives.
Shannon. I'm Shannon, the Prince of Isaac.
Isaac's prince, you say? I can barely begin to imagine what you've been through, Shannon. For now, though, you're welcome to stay with our army. Don't worry. One day you'll make it home. I'll do all I can to ensure that.
Pardon me, sire, but we're currently at war with Isaac. If we're going to harbor its prince, shouldn't we inform the king?
He's a child, Oifi. That war has nothing to do with him. I'm sure this decision will have no negative repercussions whatsoever. It is a girl's name, but he is the prince, I guess. I'll find a way to get him home safely, but for now we need to look after him.
Understood, sire. Just as I thought, Lord Sigurd really is such a kind man.
Genoa seized. Next, Venice. God damn it. It doesn't auto-recruit her. Okay, I guess I can lead her on, like, a merry chase and try to, like, loop around to where Sigurd is? Unless anyone... Wait. Yes, multiple people can do a talk now. Wait, no, that's with Aideen. Right? Yeah, that's with... Yeah, that's what the princess. Shit. Wait, Du has a talk with Aideen? Oh. I hadn't even noticed that. Okay, probably... Alright, let me just run up anyone who's in movement range and see if they can talk. I probably have to do it with Sigurd, damn it. Okay, that's fine. She has the movement range of Myrmidon, which is comparatively tiny baby movement range, so I can take advantage of the wood slowing her down a little bit, because it's kind of razzle-dazzle Ethlin around her. But now this... Oh, right, and it's already too late to save. That's probably fine. Okay, that range is Horrible Death. There shouldn't be any problems with... Yeah, I can just go around with the rest of the army. And we leave everything about, luring this highly dangerous unit up to my healer. What do you mean this is a terrible plan? I don't know what you're talking about. Besides, Sigurd has, like, so much goddamn movement, and I'll be able to start looping her around. This will be fine, eventually. Maybe. Okay, yeah, let's have these two have a chat.
Hey, Miss Aideen, I got something good to give you. Look, I picked up this odd cane. Won't do much good if I just hold on to it, will it?
Oh, what the fuck are you talking about? A warp staff in Chapter 1? Okay.
Oh, this is a warp staff. Where did you find it, Du? Oh, I found it just over there. Yeah, that's right. Weird, isn't it? I bet you one of the gods left it over there, just for you. Oh, Du, having a staff like this ought to be a great help for everybody. Thank you. I'll cherish it.
You just giving me a warp staff? Oh, that's very different. Warps to an allied castle. That's... Huh. Still, it's a warp staff. In Chapter 1, Oh, hey, I could probably send out Arden to, like, go get killed by this crazy lady. Nah, that wouldn't really help me. Probably not, at least. God, that's nuts. Like a warp stick. Okay, come on, do. I need you to get strength. Skill, luck. That's not strength, my guy. But oh well. That is one of the... There is... I guess I lied a little bit. There is one other thing I know about this game. And that's that Dew can be a beast. Because I've seen Dew perform very well in combat. Because he is super dodgy. And he does have the soul personal skill. Which is pretty nice. Genoa has fallen to Grandvale? No. I must get to Shannon. Oh, thank God. Called it! Oh, chat tracker already died. Sorry, didn't mean to ignore you guys. 30 minutes? That's a fucking record. Ah, okay. Silvar, if you're still here, thanks for hanging out for a bit this morning, man. See you later. Does Grandvale really think it can just waltz into Verdane with such a tiny force? How adorable. Man, here's our chance. Evans is ripe for the plucking. Then it's straight for the Grandvale border.
Is that? No! That's the hiring army! Lord Eldigan won't like this!
So you just peace out instead? Okay. So now I have to split my attentions between rescuing Aideen and Dew and defending my castle because Big and Chonky, Campbell's Chunky Soup up there is not going to be enough on his own. Let me also drop a new save here. Yeah, these dudes all pack lances, and where's the boss? Yeah, that's... yeah. I have heard tales of the Kaga games. It seems they were not exaggerated. Okay, so all those dudes are axe boys, so... maybe I send a few... I send a small elite team down to help break this deadlock. And then everyone else goes north to defend the border. Because if that castle gets capped, it's game over for me. And I already have Ethlyn close to help out with healing as well. Azel, you're not mobile enough for the Southern Strike Force. Lex is going to be good because Axe. Sigurd, you need to head north anyway. Give up, march everyone into the sea. I mean, I'll keep that in mind as an option. Probably... Midir, you need to head north, I think. Probably Noish and Alec can go and break the siege to the south because they'll need to dodge a lot, too. So having the sword advantage is good. And Quan can be my general purpose solve all problems unit. Finn's not going to be as good because lances, but we'll see what he can do. Okay, I don't know if she's like non-hostile yet, so let me keep Sigurd out of her range for now. Just in case. Then these two lads can go south to help out.
And meanwhile, the endless battle continues.
He's kind of at some risk of running out of weapon uses. Straight up. I mean, it's a great XP grind for him, I guess, but... this feels decidedly non-optimal. But hey, I love getting tripped up by Fire Emblem throwing weird shit at me. That's part of why I enjoyed Radiant Dawn so much. Because the game is like, haha, you don't even know what army you're controlling next chapter. I'm like, I don't. And it was beautiful. Yeah, that village is absolutely just burning to the ground. Since now I have to split my forces like this, there's no way. There's no way. Were you a character? Did I give you a voice before? I don't remember. One left guy's a dick. What's this? Herr Hein's army is marching on Evans. Ugh, I should have known Elliot couldn't just keep his nose out of this. Take care of the castle, Rakisis. Okay, thanks for dropping by, Cody. Sigurd is in dire need of my help. Of course, brother. Please do all you can to help Sir Sigurd. Right, Cross Knights, move out. I will indeed fire some emblems. Oh, and thank you for the sub.
BYAAA.
Our foe is the Higher army. I don't expect a challenge, but stay alert nonetheless. Okay, good. So he and his boys are going to... Okay, so I overreacted a little bit by sending most of my dudes north, still. Elliot, ambushing them like a common thief, are you? A cowardly act, ill-befitting the honor of a knight. Withdraw immediately or I will take action. We both know you're no match for me. What's this? Eldigan? I should have known you would side with Grandvale. In doing this, you are crossing not just Grandvale, nor me, but your very liege. We bow to the Reverend King Imka, who desires only peace with Grandvale. Would you truly cross his majesty? You fool. Only you Only you would still seriously heed that senile old fool's word. The lords of Augustria are united against both Grandvale and any peace with them. Wrong, for I will not stand with you. Augustria cannot afford the crippling tolls of war, and nor can Grandvale. Our past stands as a testament to this. Learn well, Elliot, we, the nobility, know not the suffering brought by war. War cripples only the powerless, our subjects. I will not abide your lust for glory at the expense of our people. Pretty little speech, but that won't save you now. I knew all along you and I were always fated to clash. Eldigan. Today we settle this once and for all. Men, the enemy is now House Nordian. I want Eldigan's head on a platter. Okay. Oh hey, they get their own theme. That's kind of neat. Ira is still alive. I am about to recruit her, actuarist. I finally came up with a bold strategy of, what if I just move all my dudes outside of her range? And I was like, wow, I'm a fucking idiot. So I'm like 99% sure I'm about to recruit her. Yeah, it just kind of came to me when I looked at like, oh, like all my dudes are horses and one mage boy. I wonder what I could do to outwit this Myrmidon. Ah. Also, wow, these green units straight up do not need help from the looks of things. What if I just... Well, it depends on if any of them are going to go for my castle or not. If they ignore my castle, then I think it's fine. The entire enemy force is like, yeah, mess up that one Cross Knight in particular. Nope, or some people just want to die by Eldigan's blade. What is he wielding, by the way? Jesus. My man's is critting left and right. Okay. I feel like with Arya soon to be recruited, the worst is about over with this chapter. Man, Eldigan was not kidding about this dude not being a match for him. He's just tearing through this enemy army. The Mistleton? Oh, okay. That sounds good. Oh! Might 30. Alright. Wow, that's a lot of authority stars, too. And it gives 20 skill and 10 resistance. Holy shit. Yeah, so about sending most of my force north to rescue the castle, I think I can just send, like, a guy. Like, just one guy. And that'll be fine. Like, maybe just Lex. In case there's anyone left to mop up by the time he makes it up there. Just because I don't trust Campbell's chunky soup to guard the castle alone. Now that there's an actual, like, threat he would need to deal with. Okay, everyone else can start heading south again. Everyone's like, Sigurd, you just told us to go north. Sigurd's like, I changed my mind. Deal with it. Hold, Lady Ira. Prince Shannon is safe with us. You needn't keep fighting. What? You saved Shannon? Do you speak the truth? I do. Prince Shannon told me everything. That you're the daughter of the late Isaacyan king. Listen, you detest Granvalians. You made your hostility perfectly clear. But you can't neglect your duty to the prince. You can't afford to waste your life now, not in a battle as senseless as this. My brother, the crown prince, entrusted Shannon to my care, knowing that his death was inevitable. You're right. After all this time, I refuse to die for Verdaine's sake. Until I've seen Shannon rise to the Isaacyan throne, my life is not mine to forfeit to such dogs. I will aid you all I can, if you lower your sword. On my honor as the heir of Baldur the Crusader, I swear I will not betray you. Very well. I'll place my trust in you as well. Such is the way of the warriors of Isaac. For now I pledge my blade in your service. However, this does not change that Granvale is my foe. Beware, for if one day that includes you, I will not hesitate. War can truly be cruel. Ira, Isaacyan warrior, I pray that day never comes. Can I make them smooch? Okay, now I have her on my squad, which is excellent, because she is a murder machine. Oh, she has a talk with Quan? Can anyone else chat with her? Nope. Huh. I'm always so thrown off by good Myrmidons. I know every other Fire Emblem fan watching this is like, what do you mean? And listen, I just don't like them. Inevitably, part of this is my brain runs on Tellius. And in Tellius, Myrmidons are bad. Don't you dare bring up Mia. Mia isn't that good, because inevitably, their luck runs out and they get hit by more than one attack and they die. Because the Tellius games are not the old games where enemies don't have stats. So in this game, they might be good because enemies can have crap stats. Yep. Somebody go ahead and update it has been 0 days since Vim has complained about Myrmidons. Let's see. Yeah, that's fine, that's fine. Those dudes are gonna get rolled. Campbell Chunky Soup is up there to make sure nobody stealth caps. I think we should be good. Okay, now on player phase, I need to make sure I kill that fighter in particular, so I don't give the enemy 3 shots at potentially hitting Duke. Yeah. Because he... Oh, is he gonna... Hell yeah, soul. This is kind of bad, actually. Still, the boys have arrived to draw some fire away from him. At least a little bit. I may have trusted a little too much in the boys. Probably should send Sigurd down that way. The peasants continue to suffer. And now the best green units I've seen since Radiant Dawn continue to just devastate the northwestern front of the battlefield. Yeah, that village ain't looking too good. There are not going to be any survivors. But whatever, all they give is gold in this game. I think. Yeah, they're legit going to wipe everyone out. That's such a weird move to be like, hey, here's this big threat on your western border, and then one turn later, oh, actually, JK, you get a squad of green units to wipe the floor with them. And even kill the boss that appears. Ooh! Men retreat! Mark my words, Eldikin, this isn't over. And the green units are like, yeah, we can let him run off, that's fine. Okay, can I get Quan into her movement range? Yes, pretty easily, in fact, because she was on a road. I have no idea what these two are going to talk about. Princess Ira of Isaac, I presume? I heard your story from Sigurd. I am Quan of Leonster. A pleasure. I'd hate to press you for information so soon, but there's something I'd like to know. Why did Isaac attack Darna in the first place? Surely you knew doing so would invoke the wrath of Grandvale. That King Mananan, that King Banana would commit such a reckless act. The very idea defies belief. You knew my father, Sir Quan? I'm afraid I never had the chance to meet him. However, my father knows him well. He's always had only the utmost praise for him. He also speaks fondly of your brother, Prince Maricel. He's always said he is a fine young man. Is that so? It heartens me to hear it. Without a doubt, my father and Maricel were admirable men. Never would they condone such an assault on a defenseless city. In the matter of Darna, the Patriarch of Revo acted alone and without our consent. I beg your pardon? Why haven't the Grandvalians heard this? Surely if Prince Kurth knew the truth, he would refuse to continue the war. So too thought my father. Once he executed the Rivark Patriarch, he departed for the Grandvale front, head in tow, to negotiate with them. But... Yes? My father, the king, he was assassinated on the way. Once word of this returned to Isaac, the people were utterly incensed. Maricel set out, leading our entire army, seeking vengeance against Grandvale. Something is amiss here. The murder of a king who seeks peace talks certainly isn't like Prince Kurth either. Perhaps I should consult our entirely trustworthy court mage who is accompanied by, and captain of the guard, who is accompanied by menacing music everywhere he walks, and who has red hair and red eyes, who is certainly not evil, but who could have committed such a heinous act? Have you told Sigurd of this as well?
No, Lord Sigurd carries enough of a burden as it is. It's too late for my brother.
Prince Marcel was resigned to his death when he engaged Granvale, wasn't he?
My brother believed to the last that Isaac's hope for the future rests in Shannon, his son. My role is to protect Shannon, and with him, the promise of Isaac's liberty.
I see. Thank you for telling me, Princess Arya. Someday the world will know this truth. Until that day comes, you mustn't give in. I will do all I can to help you.
Thank you, Sir Quan.
Wow, that's a big chunk of plot you could just miss. That's kinda nuts that they do that. That's mad, that is. Oh, have I been saying Arya? Oops. My bad. Okay, so Noish is about to become dead, so get out of there. What do combat forecasts look like for Alec? Better, but if he gets too unlucky, it could still be bad. Let me plunk him on a forest, and let that do the heavy lifting here. Okay, oh, you have a 100% hit chance. This is free. Take your first life, Do.
He's like, hey, I can steal lives as well.
That's a bad level up, my man. That's a bad level up. It's not good. It's not good. Oh, right. Lex is just kind of up there and useless now. Are there any... No. He did say we need to help Sigurd, but he's so far up there. I could always warp Sigurd back later. And... I'm still dehydrating really quickly. Just like last night, when I was streaming, so... During this enemy phase, I'm gonna get up and take a quick break, refill my water, while I let the combats play out, and hopefully no one dies horribly or another plot twist doesn't happen. So, I'm gonna toss up a BRB and just let that enemy groove music play out. I'll be back in just a couple minutes. Hope you'll stick with me. Okay, I return. Nap time? Girl, isn't it like noon for you? But okay. Enjoy your nap. Also, I checked for the person who was asking earlier about Lady Grey tea. It is Earl Grey tea with orange peel and lemon peel added to it, according to the tea box I have. Elliot has fled. Very well. Leave him to lick his wounds. We're done here. Withdraw. It's not so much Elliot has fled as you completely fucking humiliated him and killed all of his men with, like, very little effort. Like, goddamn. I really hope that dude never becomes my enemy. Wouldn't hurt to drop a manual save as well. Just so I don't have to go too far back if I mess up somewhere along the line. Because that's entire... Oh hey, did Alec kill everyone up there? Good job. Okay, where is Horse Healer? You cannot go far enough to heal Noish unless I move him up a bit. And he very badly needs a heal. Alright. Strength, speed, defense. Those are all things I like. Defense in particular. Very appreciated. Okay, now... The rest of this map seems straightforward enough for now. That village is just screwed. I'm not going to be able to get to it. And I think I'm okay with that. Woods in a thicket. That's going to take a long time to get through. I assume this is going to be my ultimate objective. And I don't really know what that's going to look like in terms of dudes. But I feel like for now I can relax a little bit and just kind of move people out so I can take care of this particular issue, get Aideen rescued. Not literally, because rescue doesn't exist in this game, which is bizarre and strange, and I'm still wrapping my head around that. Then again, maybe it hadn't existed yet? I don't know, was rescue a thing in FE3? Perhaps someday I shall go back to that game and find out. But, like, probably not. I feel like this is about as far back as I could stand to go with Fire Emblem. Because, man, I've seen, like, Flarewolf go back to, like, FE1 and 2, and I'm like, man, I like me some retro games, but that looks rough. At least lure a couple people away. You know, let's go, like, here. Get him some more kills for the slim sword. Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good, Actuarist. Enjoy your lunch. And now I find myself wondering, is the promotion for thieves like thief to assassin in this game, or is it thief to rogue? Because that's going to change a lot how I'm going to want to use do. Unless this is one of those terrible games where thieves basically don't get a promotion. Which always makes me sad, because I like using thieves in combat. Once again, very heavily influenced by my Tellius roots, because Volk is a shining golden god. Or at least he can be. What now? Oh, okay. They're all just going back home. They're like, alright, we fought our own battle up here. We good. Later. She is only level 4. It would be good to start giving her some new kills. Some new kills? What the fuck am I talking about? Some kills. But she is so very slow, and also I need to feed Midir. So he can continue to be a war crime. How fast is this guy? Not. You should be able to double him. Excellent. I've actually forgotten since last stream. What was it about Midir that made me want to... Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think it was these skills. Pursuit and the cost. So he can double, and then he can be like, you know what? Round two. I still got another one in me. He's a femboy with some stamina. He can do it. He can do it 9 times. Sigurd, you're getting kind of heavily fed at this point. I'm thinking I let some other people kill here. Oh yeah, this is extremely safe. You can just wall these dudes standing on the village. And I feel like I haven't been able to give Alec a whole lot of love. So this is good for him. I like this. Patch up. Aira? I guess Aira. Not Arya, as I was apparently saying before. Alrighty. Finn, you were... Yeah, you were all lances, so you should not. Actually, kind of these 3 should all not. Juan and Sigurd, because they're lords and are way overfed. Finn, because he might get annihilated. Oh yeah, poor Lex. Well, he's actually mostly caught up at this point, through the magic of roads.
Oi! What do you lot think you're doing out there? The rest of you get out there and fight, now! Don't let them touch the castle.
So by you lot, he meant one dude. Or is it just, please get strength. For the love of God, get strength. I mean, defense is good. I have to assume his growth for that is pretty low because thief, so... Can't complain. We're running on very old Fire Emblem growth rates, so... Oh. Okay. Not my intent, but that works, I suppose. Man, he's getting some work done with that slim sword, I gotta say. Surprising how well he's doing with it. Since it's just like Iron Sword, but better. Please get some strength. That's not strength. That village is dead. Not quite, but may as well be. Alright, Aira. Dear God, you get hit so hard if they land a hit on you. Oh, the weight is only 6? Yeah, you should still be able to double and kill. Yeah, let's try feeding you a little bit. Myrmidons, everybody! Theoretical dodge tanks, but every time with them, every single time. Using her is going to be the death of me. And, oh hey, Midir, could you maybe get the kill here? Yes, you could. Fuck. Fuck! Come on. It was like a 12.5% chance. Well, Noish is another, like, can use both. I'll have him right in. Yeah, I'll feed him this kill. Alright, my boy Lex can go down here. You can kill another man. Unnecessary soul proc is unnecessary, but still appreciated. Man, I'm like almost home free with these dudes down here. And Alec, just keep killing. You are perfect where you're at right now. And I should get these friends over here, so they're kind of ready for the oncoming onslaught. Or at least a little more in position. And meanwhile, Azella's like, you guys, this is really hard when I don't have a horse. Please, can I have a horse? And we're like, no. I don't remember what you need. Yeah, HP strength. That's fine. That's good. Come to think that is one thing I've very much noticed about Genealogy so far. They don't... Like, most Fire Emblem games, it's basically a guarantee that you're gonna get HP when you level. Genealogy's like, nah, you gotta earn that on a dice roll. Which is weird to me, but eh. Hey, Duke can steal from that guy. I do enjoy randomized level ups. I totally get why some people would not like them. But I am a gambling addict, so I enjoy. Let me drop another save here, because it's been a few turns. And now let's start killing fools. Defensive 0. True. True, sometimes you just don't get any healthier. He did, but not everyone can. Let's see, who needs feeding? 5, 5, 9, not you, very much not you. Or, oh yeah, that's right, I need to give Aira some kills, because she's coming in a little bit behind. The FE4 has been good once I figured out how to recruit this hoe. My brain very much runs on Tellius Fire Emblem, so I've had to, like, force my brain to think in the terms that this game is teaching me that its game works on. How many times can I say game? But it's been interesting so far. This game is weird, and I do kind of like it when Fire Emblem gets weird. Like Radiant Dawn, for example. Okay, this should let you just cut this idiot down. And that will free up my boy Dew and Adine. Myrmidons, everybody! Oh yeah, Myrmidons are great. They dodge everything. Except, no, they fucking don't. Ugh. And And yet, I persist. God damn it. Whatever. Let me focus on the femboy. What do I need to do to set up the femboy for a kill? Yeah. I mean, technically optional, but, like, these skills, I reset, I think, a good 6 or 7 times before I pulled it off, because I was not passing up a Pursuit Nihil and Astra. I hate Myrmidons, but for one with those skills, I can make an exception. It totally is. I can move... But yeah, and I can actually donate some gold to her, so I can buy her a sword that's better than the Iron Blade. Because that hit is a little sussy. Then again, her skill is really good. So it's probably not a huge problem. Oh, and Du is very much going to need to buy himself a replacement sword. Or just repair the iron sword, so maybe not. Regardless. Patch her up. Now let's see, who can talk to her? Sigurd, Azel, Midir. Okay, I don't think I want to use Sigurd for combat, so... Because overleveled. Aideen? Thank goodness you're okay.
Lord Sigurd, so you came to my aid, did you? Please accept my apologies. I put the people of Chalfie through nothing but danger.
Don't worry about it. Everyone will be glad to know that you're safe. You've nothing to worry about anymore. The road back to Jungbi is secure for you when you're ready.
No, I wish to remain here. Injuries are inevitable in war. As a humble servant to the gods, it is my duty to stay here and aid your wounded.
Say, Aideen, as I recall, you declined to pursue a knighthood and instead joined the clergy. Am I right? I shouldn't be surprised knowing how easily people warm to you, and you them. I'd do well to learn from your example.
Thank you, Lord Sigurd, but that isn't entirely true. Initially, I sought priesthood in a bid to help me find my sister. Even now, I still believe this is the answer I seek.
You mean Bridget? I had heard that she went missing as a child. So all this time, Aideen, you've been praying for her sake, haven't you?
Yes, I know we'll meet someday. No matter what happens, I must give her this. Her sacred birthright, the bow you fell.
Okay, so you need to stay alive so you can hand over a legendary weapon to your sister. Yeah, I'm definitely getting that sense that it's just very different and weird. And I like that. 4% to hit. Because I feel like I like the general Fire Emblem formula, but it's nice to change it up. Like, I even played a, That's pretty safe. Go for it, Midir. There we go. I even played an FE7 ROM hack that played with a lot of, like, series tropes, to the point where, like, people in chat were like, oh, I don't know about that early game thief. He's got an untrustworthy face, because they were playing with the, like, oh, ugly guy equals evil. And then, no, he was just your homie the whole game. Like, how else should I say it? Besides, I'd like to make him my dear. Oh, really? Originally not intended to be a Fire Emblem game. I guess that makes sense, since it has a different setting compared to the rest of the original games. Let's see. You can't double, can you, Lex? No. Hey, Xavier, how goes? Just doing some good old genealogy today. And suffering only a little. Okay, I think that is close enough now. I think. Kanto back. Yeah, only a little. I'm still only on chapter 1. I have no idea of the horrors that await me. 20... Yeah, actually you can do this with the Iron Axe, can't you? Yes. And I want to give my boy Lex some kills. Because he has Paragon, and I'd like to make him hideously overpowered. Okay. That magic has kind of got me squinting at you a little bit, but that's fine. Has trading hell not settled in? Not yet. I can totally see it coming for me, but I'm choosing to not think about that for now. This is a happy place. Suppose I could have Quan set up the kill. It's Ethlyn's magic growth. I'm guessing pretty low, because she had a conversation about, like, oh yeah, you declined to pursue a knighthood. So, oh, you do have Adept, so you might just steal the kill. 5? Oh, and that's Ethlyn. Yikes. Okay, that's pretty bad, but she's still a horse healer. So, I'm gonna use her. Yeah, Aideen. Yeah, I got the names confused. I haven't been playing that long yet. Yeah, just hit him. God, I love having Tellius Kanto. And yes, I know obviously this game did it first, but I'm always going to call it Tellius Kanto because that is where I know it from. Do you double? Potentially. Definitely. Call her Banana Paladin. That is hilarious and excellent. Finn, I see great things in his future. He just dodged a 93. He dodged a 93. What an absolute legend. Let's see, Ethlyn, you're loaded, right? Kind of. You can take some of Quan's money and then heal you. No, wait. I have 2 healers now. No. What am I doing? What am I doing? There is no need for church. Alright. Oh, I've already been spoiled on who the villain is and what happens at the end of the first generation. That's like the only major story beat I'm spoiled on. Oh, not that? Okay. And now that pirate or whatever fighter is at very low health. So that can be a kill for my dear. It's obviously Ganondorf. It's always fucking Ganondorf. You'd think we would have learned at this point. Like, even when it's not Ganondorf, it's totally Ganondorf. Skills, speed, luck. Okay, not bad. Midir, get yourself another kill. Continue becoming a war crime. Get strength. I am no longer asking. God damn it. I want you to be good so badly, and you're just not. You're not cooperating. Who else can talk to Aideen? Azel and Midir. And Aideen can talk to Ethel. I see Act. Yes, Act has advised me on a couple of the things that are weird. Like, my brain was being broken by how dues stealing worked until they pointed out, hey, enemies have a given amount of gold. And I'm like, oh, that makes a lot of sense. Oh, I'm going to bumble into the Gen 2 children blind. Trying to metagame up child units is the main reason why I started disliking the 3DS Fire Emblems. I am just going to bumble into whatever children or filler units I get and let the chips fall where they may. I'm telling you right now that is my plan. I will not be dissuaded from this. Right, a zone.
Lady Aideen, you're safe. Thank the gods. Lord Azel, have you been fighting for Jungbi as well? When news of your abduction reached us, the thought of you in danger while I just sat at home was unbearable.
Just let things happen. You can... Exactly! Thank you. That is 100% always my take on Fire Emblem games. And just games in general. Unless it's like a visual novel, I'm always gonna go into my first playthrough blind.
I came to Jungbi as quickly as I could. Hold on. You are the younger brother of Lord Arvis of Veltomer? Are you not? Did he allow you to come? No, I came without his consent.
I am 12 years old.
And he certainly won't be pleased. Because well... Oh? What is it, Azel? It's nothing. Never mind.
Spit it out, boy. I feel like these two are an obvious pairing, and this kid is annoying me so much I'm not going to allow it to happen. Oh, Yongbi. Okay, that makes sense. And I'll be pleased because we're kids. Never mind. Ah, yes. Azel and his brother. They're the inevitable Fire Emblem incest couple. You often have one. Nobody else really left to heal. Sigurd, you're loaded, right? Yeah, you have all the money in the world. I'm just gonna heal you at a church, because I think these dudes might, start advancing. Can't wait to find out how terrible whatever you're referring to is. No juggles. But I wanted to chug jug with Sigurd. I am probably going to forget that around roughly 800 times while voice acting. I'm just going to be straight up about it. Oh, I missed that you had a bow, friend. Yep, okay, they start to come to me. This is good. Now I can use that one forest tile and the village tiles a little more to my advantage, because I'm forcing them to go on, like, plains and road by luring them out. Everyone does, it's fine. Okay. I do feel a bit better then. Sigurd's like, fine, church, take some of my money. I don't care, I'm so rich. Okay, we got a lot of people to kill and a lot of dudes who are ready to do some killing. I think I should have Lex take on... Well, no, because you can't fucking double. So weird having to think about who can and can't double in this game. And not have that information just, like, presented to me in a relatable format. You double? Yeah, you do. Oh, you have Miracle. I forgot about that. That's neat. Feel like I definitely shouldn't depend on that, but could come in handy. So let's see, that would be 17 and 17. I'm not gonna be able to, like, stack wipe these guys, am I? Yes, I did, Xavier. That is a big part of the reason why I'm excited to use him. He is good for chipping. I believe in our boy, Do. Okay, this is fine, unless you get hit by the 37%, which you're probably going to do, because you're a fucking Myrmidon. God damn it! She has not dodged a single hit since I recruited her. Well, no, I think she has dodged one attack since I recruited her. Fucking Myrmidons. He steals the enemy's HP. True. Yeah, proccing Astra, but I really wanted to use her to, like, set up a kill for someone else who I wanted to feed, like Milady, but it is what it is. Let's see, I can do a little melee magery here. Bullying archers never gets old. Alright, now my favorite femboy. Get in there and do a murder. Excellent. Anyone else gonna need a little patching up? Oh yeah, Lex needs some healing pretty badly. Yeah, I can deploy Alec, and then like maybe Kanto back a little bit, so he and Do form a united front. Yeah. Honestly, Alec's stock is kind of rising for me. I didn't think too much of him at first, but he is looking like pretty promising for a Cavalier. Old Fire Emblem, where have you been? Exactly. These people didn't know Madir, they didn't know Lucius. They didn't know... I'm sure I can think of other examples. I feel like you could almost count Soren if you, like, squinted. Like, there's no way he's the top in the Ike-Soren pairing anyway. Anyway. Yeah, I think in the name of, like, keeping people safe, I need to have Sigurd just completely annihilate some hoe here. Because I gotta start chopping down threats, gotta reduce enemy numbers as best I can. And if that involves using my OP pre-promote Lord, so be it. Right? He is pre-promoted, right? Because he's a Knight Lord versus just a Cavalier. Yeah. I think so? Well, either way, he's overpowered. He comes overpowered, and it's only gotten worse because I kept feeding him kills in the early game. That's the thing, I don't know. I just don't know. Okay, you can do some pokes with an Iron Lance and then get the fuck out. I suppose I won't know for sure until level 20. Where I check if he promotes, and then I might get surprised by them being like, "No, you're good, fam," and I'll be like, "Oh. Oh, I see. I need you on that line." Would not be good to allow her to be direct attacked. I can put Quan up here to block that. Kind of form a little cordon here. And Lex is good and aggressive, but kind of tends to get hit a lot, so I think I want to keep him out of the direct line of fire here. But let me have him get a hit in at least. Yep, as expected of our boy. It's fine. And Campbell Chunky Soup sits up there.
Useless. No one can hit do.
Thanks for the donation. Yeah, you can probably actually hit Finn, though. That's bad if you start dogpiling him. I will not appreciate that very much. So the enemy's probably going to do that, and... God, like, as I was doing that, I was like, that's probably a bad idea, isn't it? Oh! Some mercy from the AI. Or maybe he wasn't able to reach. Then again, these bow friends could still ruin everything. Hey! Remember how Myrmidons are supposed to be able to dodge things? What if they just couldn't do that? Said, 1 HP! What a legend! Finn, I love you. All carefully calculated and planned. You all saw it. Yeah, imagine doubting Finn. Couldn't be me. Couldn't be me. Get some magic. Strength. I mean, okay, if you're just gonna become a mist who's like a combat unit who can heal, because that's always how my mists turn out, at least in Path of Radiance. Radiant Dawn, we don't talk about Radiant Dawn Mist. We just don't. Oh yeah, I'm just assuming everything works in weird ways, unless proven to me to be otherwise. Wow, you dodged a hit! Good job! You did the one thing your class is supposed to be good at and never is! I'm so fucking proud of you, girl! Oh, defense. That's actually quite good. Yes, I'm going to complain about using a Myrmidon the entire game. Settle in for, like, 20 streams of this. Yeah, exactly. And the GBA games have, like, early game enemies with, like, 2 speed or something. Oh, I guess these dudes are rocking, like, 1 skill. Yeah, they don't lie to you about the hit percentage. Which I do appreciate, because it's giving me the most information to base my strategy off of, but... you can go here and kill this man. Probably. She was on a road, which wasn't great, but... I don't know, it's only a... Is that minus 10% to dodge, or to defense? Must be to dodge, judging by how this game usually works with woods. Minus 10 to dodge, okay. Still, she has had terrain working in her favor before and completely failed to dodge. So... I'm not letting her off the hook for her garbage performance so far yet. More femboy murders, we love to see it. And then... Quan, can you avoid murdering this man? Potentially, but you could adept, and that wouldn't be great. Yeah, I would love that. Like, I have used Aggro Mist in Path of Radiance to great effect many, many times. And if she turns out like that, that's just party time as far as I'm concerned. Sigurd, you... No. Let's just not even get you involved. You will just steal kills. Is anyone low enough that... Nah, not even close. Female troubadours go paladin. Oh! That's... Really? That's weird. I like it, but that's weird. Ooh, yeah, and with her ability to do critical hit? Yeah, that's gonna make her amazing. It'll take her a while to get there, mind, but... Yeah, that I'm good with. I don't mind being spoiled on, like, mechanics. It's just more like at the actual story beats that I want to remain unspoiled on. Defense? Okay, defense. He's gotten a couple defense. Oh, no, his defense is still bad. Never mind. I was gonna be like, maybe I could use him as a tank, and the game's like, ha! Funny joke, Vim. In your fucking dreams. Let's see, Pursuit. Yeah, Noish, you are the man who can't really double. So, I'll feed you this one. Bard promotion. Interesting. Okay, I don't think Alec can get this kill without assistance. Maybe. Yeah, because his... So his weapon speed is 9. Yeah, okay, okay. Cool. There we go. Not quite enough for a level, but hey, I'll take it. Okay, who's left? Aideen just needs to talk to Banana. Nice, okay. I don't know what's gonna happen up north there, but hey, maybe this will just be a nice leisurely end to the chapter. He said, damning himself. Oh, right. Multiple enemy phases. I keep forgetting that that's a thing. I wonder, does he have... He might have all the money that he stole from the village. Ah, damn, my kingdom for a shove. Noish, how does it look to have you hidden? Pretty good. But not flawless. That's fine. Where is... There is...
Aideen, are you okay? When I heard you'd been abducted, I was so worried. You came to fight for me as well, Ethelyn? Thank you. I'm sorry for your trouble. It's difficult to convey my thanks, but please, accept this staff. I think you'll have more use for it than me. Is this a return staff? Oh, thank you, Aideen. I'll put it to good use to help us all.
Chapter 1. You give me a... Oh, okay, that's much worse than those staves usually are. Still, fun toys to have to play with. Okay, that is... Yeah, no more talks among members of the army. No more battlefield chatter. Yep. Femboy kill, femboy kill, femboy kill, femboy kill, femboy kill. Okay, how dangerous are... Oh, hello. Oh. Oh, that just... You just give me that. Okay. I need to be careful about who kills you then. Who could use a boost? I know I'm forcing the meme, but like... +5 skill on Madeir would be pretty good. I don't care about Azel. Do is fine. He's got a lot of luck to make up for that low skill. Oh, Noishit would benefit as well. To the Myrmidon... Oh, is Astra skill percent? That would make sense. I see the virtue in that, but... I want to make Madeira war crime, so I think he will get the kill for me. Does luck not affect hit percentages in Genealogy? Really? Oh. What the hell does luck do then? Is it actually just a garbage stat in this game? Like some people like to meme about? Or I suppose it could be maybe like the activation percentage for the critical skill being luck. I could see that. That would make sense. Yeah. Oh, okay. So luck only influences dodge. I guess that makes sense because he's a very dodgy boy because he's got high speed and luck. Huh. That's... I don't even know if he could inflict damage on the boss, though. Literally no. Actually, with that defense, Madeir might not be able to either. Okay, he can a little bit. Jesus, 60 HP. That's too much. It's too much and I don't like it. And you have a hand axe, so I can't just, like, use cheese around you. You didn't have a double skill, did you? You do not. Good. Okay, I'm definitely not killing him this round, so let me start to whittle him down a little bit. You're that knight from earlier? Ugh, I don't believe this. What are you doing still alive? Prepare yourself, Gandalf. I'll never forgive you. Yeah, see, this is, like, narratively satisfying. Madeir gets to have his revenge. This is totally why, and not because he is my Fire Emblem waifu. Okay, defense, that's good.
You still need to grow a strength stat.
But defense, that's good. We can work with this. Okay, to do the bulk of the damage, I should probably just, like, fling Sigurd in there, I guess. Wow, yeah, he will do a lot of work. I forget. Sigurd, do you double? You do. So would you kill him on enemy phase? 15, 15... Yeah, you would. So I think I just get in my other attacks and then I have him sit. Azel, you will probably get Giga murdered, so I think not so much on that. Do some run and guns with my other cabs. Oof. I mean, it is XP. Please get some strength. Please, sir, if I could have but the crumb of strength on but some of my units. Oh god, you have a downright dangerous level of hit. This is almost certainly not the end of the chapter, right? Yeah, Lex's chance to hit is so bad that I don't think it's even worth giving the shot for the damage he's gonna take in return. Hey, nice dodge. Strength? Okay, defense. Defense is good. I'll take defense. Oh, objective seized Verdane. Yep. Okay. That makes sense. Tempting, but you can't Kanto away. And you might sweep up the kill for yourself. Could give... Wait, there's an attack and a besiege? Oh, besiege is just so he can get in melee. I see. Wow, that's incredible bad. Finn, I'm sure you're gonna do even worse, because weapon... Yeah, okay. I'll just have Sigurd wait here. With his silver sword. Ugh. Okay, that's a nice little chunk of damage. HP, skill, luck, defense. Not bad. Actually, by FE4 standards, that's kind of phenomenal. 24 is a bit of an awkward number. How do I get that down? If I can count on killing him this turn... No, wait, would you double him, kid? 13... Oh, wow. That is very heavy. Why is a fire tome so goddamn heavy? That's weird. Weight of 20... You'd probably still double him. And honestly, he could use the catch-up experience a little bit more, because I keep feeding the deer. Yeah, you know what? I think this could really help him get a leg up. Of course, that's assuming he hits both attacks. But hey, if not, I can just swoop in and finish it with someone else. And what are you supposed to be? You got nerve, brat. So you're Gandalf. How dare you harm Aideen? Okay, thanks for dropping by. I hopefully will. No, this can't be. Ugh. Let us wish Gandalf a hearty rip bozo. HP, speed, luck, res, and he gets that skill ring. Oh hey. It's this game's you're about to win theme. Except they don't, because I know this chapter's a liar. Thanks to Kumo. But, alright, let me give it a... No, I already moved Sigurd. Or can anyone seize? Nope. Maybe Quan could seize. He's like a kind of a lord. Nope. Fine. Who else needs patching up the most? You very do, Alec. Just goes right back around to Sigurd's phase. We love to see it. Seize.
No, please let go of me.
What's the matter? Come on, I'm just asking for a little date.
I need to go home, sir. I ask you, please pay me no mind.
Shut up. Keep your yapping and you'll regret it.
What's going on here? Let the girl go.
What's your problem? This one's... you're not that Grindvale paladin, are you?
You understand the situation? Then be on your way. There are none I loathe more than your kind.
Gingers.
No, obviously that's not what he means. The girl has given you her answer. Now leave her be and get out of my sight.
Yeah, got it. My bad, Missy. I was just teasing is all, sorry. I'll be off now.
Are you alright?
Yes, thank you, Sir Sigurd.
You know of me?
Yes, I met a woman named Aideen not long ago in this castle, and...
She spoke of me.
She did. I knew from the moment I laid eyes on you, you are in every way the man I had imagined.
Oh, she thirsty. May I ask for your name?
I'm sorry, but I must go.
Wait, please. I just want to talk for a little longer.
I am truly sorry. I am glad we could meet even once.
What do you mean? Please, wait!
Fine, be all fucking mysterious, see if I care.
No, she's definitely important, right?
Lord Sigurd, is it? What's the matter?
Oh, you must be the town elder. That woman who ran off just now. Do you know who she is?
Oh, of course, that woman is called Deidre. She is a priestess of the Spirit Forest.
Deidre. She's beautiful.
Oh ho ho! Even a refined man like you can't resist being charmed by her ilk. Could it be love at first sight? Ho ho!
Sir, please, don't tease me. And yet, I've never seen anybody so beautiful before. I need to see her again.
Alas, sir, for it cannot be so. The folk of the Spirit Forest staunchly refuse to partake in the world beyond their woods. Furthermore, that girl and members of her clan are forbidden from ever liaising with men. Figure out how that works, am I right, fellas? Village lore dictates that should this ever happen, calamity would befall the world. You have no choice, sir. Resign yourself of that girl.
What superstitious nonsense! That poor girl. It should be Deirdre? Deirdre? Yeah, I suppose Deirdre. Deirdre. We must meet again. Marfa seized. No immediate reinforcements? Alright. Guess I'll just start moving everyone towards my next objective? Oh, also, it has just occurred to me, what if every castle I'm taking along the way has its own shop? I may have been throwing by not checking, like, that castle. There could have been some good stuff in, like, the shop, or I at least could have repaired some shit at the blacksmith. Yeah, I'll have to see if I can do anything like that at this current castle I'm at. Let's see. Oops. Stately Wayne Manor. Father, this is absurd! Why do you still refuse to listen to me? My brothers have already have fallen, and it's only a matter of time before they come for the capital as well.
The Grandvale commander, Sir Sigurd, is a good man. Please, end the war while you still can.
I allowed Gandalf's raid only because I'd been told that Grandvale would surely come to invade us first. Never did I intend for a war like this.
It was that sorceress, Sandima, who told you that, wasn't it? You, Kinbaith, and Gandalf trusted him too readily. You've all been deceived.
Now, Prince... Or wait, no. Arvis already has the stereotypical villain voice. I need something else for this guy.
Now, Prince Jamke. That's enough of that. Your duty as prince is to lead your men into the fray. Dawdling in a place like this would be deeply troublesome of you.
Ah, damn you, Sandima.
That's enough, Jamka. Listen to Sandima. Go. Lead your men into the fray.
Father! Very well. If you won't change your mind even now, then I'll see this through as well. But be warned, should I return victorious, Sandima, I'll allow you to live no longer.
I feel like I can probably recruit him. Though he's an archer, so he's like of negative value.
Sandima, perhaps for all this time you may not have been entirely forthright with me.
And Sandima's like,
Ah, figured me out, have you? Stab, stab. I'm the king now.
You did assure me that Grandvale hungers to claim our land, and yet...
There. And just what are you saying now? To think I believed that you Verdanites would be of use. You truly are naught but savages. You are worthless. Completely and utterly worthless. And from now on, your army is mine to command.
What? No, stay back! Back, Urgh.
There. Feeble-minded old fool.
oh wow, you're even more comically evil than your underling. And you have your own theme music. You are definitely the main villain.
So, you've put an end to the king, Sandima. Do you expect that the Verdonite army will still obey your command?
Because maybe this is secretly Arvis. I don't know, a man can dream.
Oh, Archbishop Manfroy. How long have you been here, your eminence? The army is of no concern at all. They need only know that the king has fallen ill.
I see. And what of the situation here? Does the plan progress?
My sincerest apologies, your excellency. That Grand Valian, Sigurd or something, has proven to be an unexpected obstacle to the invasion.
And what of the search for the Loptirian scion? Have you found Sigyn's daughter?
No, not yet.
Imbecile. After all the plans I have gone to locate the boy. The son of Sigyn is still in Belhalla, but he's worthless without the female. Listen well. Sigyn was an heir of Prince Myra, brother of an emperor of the old Loptir Empire. Sigyn alone in this era inherited the sacred blood of the Dark Lord. That woman broke the commandment that Myra placed upon his heirs and bore 2 children. Do you know what this means?
Yes, your eminence. When the blood of the 2 heirs intersects, the second coming of the Dark Lord Loptir will be upon us.
Precisely, and so too shall we, descendants of the Loptir Empire, return to this world.
Wait, his plan is literally to incest the 2 heirs so that the devil will be reborn. Damn, that happened way faster than I expected.
You know as well as I, Sandima, how heavily our fates depend upon the resurrection of the Dark Lord. You know well our order's centuries of exile, hidden deep within the Yeed Desert. You know well the abuses, the famines,
how we were sustained only by dreaming of the day when the Empire will rise again. And at long last that day is upon us.
Understood, Your Eminence. If I must surrender my life to ensure that the plan is realized, I will do it gladly.
Okay. Oh, you're totally a shaman, aren't you? That's the most shamany shaman sprite I've ever seen. Ugh, alright. Let me have a look at the state of the battlefield, and then I might need to re-up my water again. Sorry, this is way more frequently done. Oh, hi, you have a killer bow. Okay, you can stay. Pursuit, adept. Oh my god, he's a monster. Jesus Christ. And you... Oh, you have a magic ring. I know who's getting that. Oh no, you have... How many uses does that have? You just have a siege tome. Oh no. Okay, this is gonna be a shit show. Alright then. Cool. Good. This is fine. And on that note, that's so distressing, I need to piss. I'll be right back. Yes, welcome back. I have indeed seized Marfa. And I am currently freaking out a little bit over how I'm gonna handle that siege tome. Because that is a problem. Oh yeah, I should also check the talks. No talks for anyone. Very well. I need to check. Oh wait, no, not the blacksmith. Oh, okay, never mind. So I can repair stuff. Ooh, or I can use the pawnbroker to trade off things. The question is... Oh, that still uses his action. Very well. Lex should have the funds to buy that hand axe, so... Isn't there another... I mean, this guy has a killer bow, yeah, but I'm like 98% sure that I can just recruit him. So long as I keep a close eye on his attack range, it shouldn't be that bad. I'm not actually that worried about him. I don't know. I'm playing this game blind. I assume so. If not, I'll cut him down. He's an archer. He'll fall to a frontal assault. I am not worried. Okay, Aira can go out. Oh, actually, I might want to call Alec back to sell his iron sword so I can... Nah, that's probably not necessary. Nah, it should be fine. Would be kind of unfortunate if I had to cut down, what's his name? But with how much he's like deliberately tried to betray his own people and be like, nah, Sigurd's a good guy, we can talk to him. I would be shocked if I couldn't just recruit him by talking to him with Sigurd. Shocked. It's not impossible, I guess, but meh. Sigurd. And if I can't convince him, and if I can't talk him out of it, I just attack him with melee dudes. It's fine. Oh, the thicket is impassable. Ooh, okay, yes, this just got a lot more complicated. Because that's suddenly a choke point. Okay. Yeah, that's a problem. Can I even... No, I can't move through it with foot units either. It's not... Ooh, it's not just a horse restriction. That is tragic and unfortunate. Okay, Sigurd, that hand axe is doing you no good. And may as well repair your steel sword while you're here. We should be good with the rest. Yeah, I don't know. It wouldn't... I guess thinking about it with him being like, I guess I'll see it through, or whatever. It would make sense if he's just like, guess I'll die at this point. But it would make more sense to me if he were recruitable and you can just recruit him with Sigurd. Or maybe Aideen. He did help her escape after all. That I hadn't considered. That would make sense to me as well. That's going to be a hell of a lot trickier to set up, but I could see that being a thing also. It might be a smart move to just wait for them. That thinking emote is so good. I need something... I mean, I don't really have, like, ones focused around an avatar on my channel, obviously. But I need something for, like, a thinking, because I do so much thinking in the... and thinking out loud in these streams when I'm playing Fire Emblems blind. Okay, first order of business, Lex. You need to buy yourself that hand axe. I can do that with the ring as well, if I ever need that to stop being on a Zell. Yes. Though I can definitely see this whole trading system getting real old real quick. But for now, it's an interesting obstacle to work around in a meta sense, I guess. Oh, oops. Who else needs? You need healing. I want to power level Ethelyn as best I can because I would love for her to have the magic ring. Because she is my primary healer, and apparently her magic growth is garbage. Yeah, my god, 10 strength already. I can probably just start using her as a combat unit. Yeah, 7 res, she'd do, like... She'd be able to... God, that guy's gonna be a nightmare to deal with. I don't know. Que sera, sera. I gotta deal with this wave of dudes first. Okay, I have to Fire Emblem engage these guys without getting in Archer Boy's range there. Because that would be very bad. Okay, so... Can't actually move in and attack... I could attack this guy from range, but anything else is not going to be safe. Yeah. So, like, I can have Midir go for some snipes. You know, I'll just sneak a little more XP onto my favorite femboy. Hey, Era, now that you're in the woods, maybe you can actually dodge a single hit ever. I won't hold my breath, but it could happen. What do you need? Magic, probably? Wow, that's good. That's a good level. Though I don't know... I guess maybe once you promote, you'd use strength. Or wait, no. God damn it. Telly is sprayed again. That is not how weapon speed... That is not how attack speed works in this game. Wait, they can move through thicket. They can move through thicket. I guess that's just a fighter thing. Okay, then. That's... Well, Madeira has got enough HP gains that he shouldn't fall to one axe boy coming at him. I hope. Okay, I think I just close in a little bit with everyone else, and mostly just kind of hold position. You could make a donation to someone. It's fine. Okay, I'd been wondering what that dude in the northeast was trying to go for. Now I understand. Hey, Astra! Don't need to dodge a... Well, you did dodge initially, but... Killing a dude means you don't have to dodge his attacks anymore. This is good. She kind of needed some XP farm. So she can become... Now, I was going to say so she can become closer to being useful. She is good, just not... She's not the type of unit I generally like to use. Which is ironic, because I love to gamble, and Myrmidons are always a gamble. So you'd think we'd get on like gangbusters, but not so much. Okay, I need to get Sigurd close to the front. Okay, they can only move through... Okay. So I have to kill this man with ranged attacks. Which is very annoying and might not be super doable. Well, you got him with one, Finn. Lex, can you... No. Mage Boy, you are too far. There's some minor risk, but Madeira can... he can't kill, which is unfortunate. Where the hell is Quan? Fine if he doesn't adapt. Good. And guess who gets the kill? It's Madeira. Feels like a waste of a men's staff, but XP is XP is XP. Oh my god, with the repair I can warp and... Many tantalizing tactical possibilities opening up here. Okay, Sigurd, I need to get you towards the front. Everybody else just stay out of Homeboy's range. Heals... Almost nobody needs a heal. Could I ever just meet that guy? Nah, I might need all hands on deck to kill dudes. Man, time is flying by. I was like, why am I already thinking about lunch? It's because it's almost noon. Okay. I believe Sigurd has the movement to... No, really? Okay, I guess he just gets to die then. Very well. Yeah, I don't want to take any chances with this guy. Unless I could just surround him? No, but I can't surround him from the rear, so there's always the chance he can... Yeah, an attack of 25, that's way too dangerous to just let him roam free. I think I'll just cut him down. For all his skills, he's still just a fucking archer, so... And besides, I have the perfect archer right here. There was, but she's not going to be able to do it this turn. Well, I guess I can always just drop a battle save, yeah. Let me drop a battle save and see if she can get it done, if I can stop her from getting murked this turn. Yeah, and if that doesn't work, I'll just reload save and just murder him. I'll try saving. That's a neat trick. So I should just put my bulkiest boys out there. Well, like, what are the odds that... Oh! Oh. Okay, then. What the hell is your skill? Damn. Oh, and your weight is only through... Oh, no. This is bad on many fronts. Okay. Oh man, we got that at cost. Pop off, my dear. Oh my god. Yeah, exactly. I have the power of battle save. Quan? No. I knew that was unlikely, but yeah, we need my bulkiest boys. Like, what is the Silver Sword's weight? 3. The trouble is, he's so speedy, he can even double Sigurd right now, which is really bad. That's awful, in fact. But I just kind of need to pen him in, and... Oh yeah, I can check. That's not great. That's not great. But, like, if anyone... Actually, do is also probably a great choice. Really? Really? Okay. Never mind, then. Okay, I need... Oh. Fuck. This feels like a terrible idea, but... Just go for maximum avoid. Just gotta wall him off from being able to do any extra damage here. That radius is horrible death. Nobody is allowed to enter that radius. This is such a bad plan. Whatever, let's go for it. No kill, no kill, no kill, no kill. I don't want to hurt you. Be gone from this land at once. No kill, no kill, no kill, no kill, no kill, no kill, no... Okay, so I'm not going to let this death stand. I'm just going to check to see if 18 can talk to him before I reload. Because this shouldn't be a game over. Oh, losing Quan loses me Ethelyn as well. Yeah, wow, I'm extra not letting that death stand. Jesus. No, let's not save. Oh, but she's not... stupid woods movement. Okay, so I gotta rethink my entire... So how do I get her close enough to do that without getting murdered? Unless, what if I leave her within his attack range, and then he would recruit himself? Also, let's see if the miracle chain gun arrow happens again. Yep. Probably just the same RNG seed. Or whatever. Maybe if I move her here, he will just be like, oh damn, that's Aideen. We should have a chat. As long as I'm testing an objectively stupid idea, let's go all in on this concept. There's no way this is gonna be a thing. But it would be funny if it were. Wait, no, shit, Finn, that's just... I immediately undid what I was... My brain was like, Herb-a-dur, kill enemy. Forgetting that he has a movement of nothing because he's in... I am not yet thinking with Kagas. Yeah, let me just have Midir murder this guy, and then see if I leave an open path for him to interact with her. If that is enough and he recruits himself. Which would be an insane thing. But this game is full of bananas nonsense. Let's try it! Wow, you didn't attack my healer? That's a choice, AI. Honestly, I thought that was going to be the main problem with my strat here. He can't keep getting away with it. I'm a genius. I'm accidentally a genius. Hold, Prince Jamka. Aideen, what are you doing here? You said you would persuade your father, yet instead you've taken to the field yourself. What is the matter with you? My father is a changed man. My words can no longer reach him. It all started when that sorcerer, Sandima, arrived. My entire family now obeys him. That is why I ask, why have you taken to the field? Please, Jamke. Join us. Let's go to Verdane together. We can reason with the king one more time. About that. We can put an end to this war. Lord Sigurd has no interest in invading Verdane. He fought only to rescue me. Please listen, Jamka. Jamka? Jamka. That sounds weirder to me, but I'll take your word for it. Please, I beg of you. But it must be understood that I won't let anyone lay a finger on my father. Yes, I will promise you that. Thank you, Jamka. You truly are a good person. Aideen. Okay, there we go. My 5 IQ strats have carried the day. Somehow. That and Dew being an unstoppable dodge tank. Oh, okay, I guess that would explain it. Wow, 0% chance to hit. That's amazing. As I recall, when I checked on Jamka's odds to hit Do. He had like a 68% chance or something like that. It's XP for our boy.
And money!
Okay, let's get Finn patched up. Man, that was such a risky strat that I went with. But hey, it worked. Okay, let's work on cutting these fools down. I am surprised that Sigurd wasn't able to recruit him, though. Given the conversation that happened, like, immediately before, where he was like, if we just reason with Lord Sigurd, I'm sure this will all be alright, and everyone was like, no, fuck you, we're evil. I guess? Is that just going to be the logical game? Oh, they have never personally met, therefore they could not possibly have a dramatic meeting on a battlefield? I think I'm going to hate that, because it's going to require me to remember more about character backgrounds than I'm ever going to manage to do. I like paying attention to the story, but the cast is already very big. And, like, I'm still trying to get names down. I feel like it's kind of a lot to ask of me already. But I'm having some successes. Like, I remembered that Aideen, Jamka did help out Aideen, so... I guess, but you can make that same argument as to why, oh, well, he wouldn't listen to Aideen because he resigned himself to doing it for the sake of his father. So I don't know that that holds too much water with me. So anyway, you come with a killer bow and your skills are amazing. So I normally don't like archers, but yeah, I can use you. And, of course, Midir. I will always give you kills. Why? God damn it, at this rate I will need to bench you, Midir, and I'm going to be very sad about it. Yeah, and I absolutely see the logic why she is able to, but I find it a little odd that Sigurd couldn't as well. Okay, glad it's not just me then. Is it only the healers who are injured? Interesting. Huh. I mean, it is also just like basic series logic. Like, you see person with the face, your most likely bet is that the Lord can recruit them. If you're familiar with the series at all, that's pretty much always your go-to whenever you think anyone might be able to be recruited. Or at least it's certainly mine. I guess I can't speak to everyone, but, like, that's the thing that always makes sense. Actually, with this guy only able to move one at a time, I can have a Zell slowly whittle him down. I can have her come over to help me here. Alec, you should be able to, yes, perfectly get the kill. now this just becomes a slog through some woods before... however the hell I am going to deal with that siege tome. Like, do I even have, like, anyone with good resistance at this point? 4 on Quan, that's a little bit surprising. Azel is, of course, adequate. Oh, Aideen is quite good. I guess I could use her, but, like... I can't really advance while also just baiting. I guess it is super heavy, so he's not going to be doubling anyone, and I can move through woods. I don't know, burn that bridge when I get to it. Let's have our boy swipe some more gold for us. Should probably have him make a donation pretty soon. But to who? Finn has no money. Okay, that was easy. Sigurd, you're good where you're at. Oh, sorry. Chat tracker died. I haven't been meaning to ignore you guys. Girlfriend decided she wanted to watch a trash TV show. Which trash TV show, Silvar? Also, welcome back. It's a slog plus plus in the woods. It really is, Xavier. It really is. I wonder if I can just gat down this guy. I can get him most of the way. He has, like, no chance to hit, so, hey, why not? Wait, huh? Oh, right! He can double and he has a cost. God, that's good. I know some of those words. I think logically I give the kill to Medir. I don't have a problem. Nobody say anything. He will start giving me good level ups eventually, right? Right? Duke can dodge tank. And I just want to get people through this. Oh, hello.
Wait, Lord Sigurd.
Hmm? Is that Deirdre? Ah! So this must be your spirit forest. Why would I call good behavior a problem? You get me. You get me. Thank the gods. For a moment I thought that I might never see you again.
My lord, listen. The Dark Prince Sandima guards Castle Verdane with its wicked magic. You must go no further. You would surely be killed. Please, you mustn't go.
But I mustn't place my men in even greater danger either. I have no choice but to go. Yeah, Fire Emblem.
I see. Then I will go with you.
Excuse me?
This is called a...
Yes!
This is called a Silence Staff. So long as my own power is enough to pierce his magical resistances, it will seal his magic away.
Okay, that simplifies things so much. Oh yeah, there's been multiple scenes like that with Sigurd down bad for Forest Woman, but...
Trust me, my lord. I'll ensure his dark spells never harm anyone ever again.
I'd never imagined that you'd have such power, but why... Why are you helping me?
I tried to forget you all I could, but it was all in vain.
So she's like... Damn, she is just like throwing herself at Sigurd. They're like, hey, have her be the mother of Sigurd's child. Shut up, idiot staff.
I no longer know what I should do.
What is it you're afraid of, Deirdre?
I don't understand. But if you and I feel the same way, then surely we've nothing to fear. I love you, Deirdre. Oh! You have Nile? Damn, alright. Circlet. Holy Tiara grants Miracle and Renewal. Okay, that's quite good. Good, we agree. Yep, straight up. What is there's like the one manga panel where it's like, I've really been thinking about exploring your body. I've actually been thinking the same. Mutual consent. Circlet grants Renewal and Miracle, both of which seem quite nice. Since it kind of seems like I will need her to do literally anything going forward. Someone in your army who's tagging along would appreciate a moment to relax. Can't think of anyone in particular. Okay, let's see, we got bow friends. Yeah, there's mostly overlap there. I should be able to just lure them out. Yeah, this is my first run of FE4. I am doing it mostly blind. I know about the twist at the end of the first generation. I know that there are child characters. I'm aware of the basics of game mechanics, and aside from that, I don't know a damn thing. And I like it that way. So I am puzzling this stuff out as I go along. This is how I like to engage with new Fire Emblems. Or Fire Emblems that I haven't played before, rather. Do you know the secret funky stuff? No, and please don't tell me. I'm fine with hints, but, like, don't just straight up tell me secret stuff, please. That was not word for word, but that is a puzzle that is included in the original game manual for this chapter. Okay. Interesting. Hit Lex to a tile. How wonderfully opaque. On the pin. Sure. Even if you add up tier, you won't kill. I'd rather you not state it so bluntly, but thank you. Attack enemies, they will use it to... Yeah, I discovered that, Xavier, when I was fighting one of the fort bosses. And it was like, oh, he has a steel axe equipped. Let me go in with a bow. And then he, like, automatically swapped to his hand axe, and I was like, what? It's fine. I know everyone has different, like, feelings on spoilers. I just don't want to get... I don't want to get backseated very hard. Is the thing I... Wow, great level. HP, strength, defense? Great. I want to bumble around and figure out stuff is kind of what it comes down to. But I don't know the tile I need to get him to, so that's fine. Wouldn't have expected that. Lex? A moment to relax? And I'm absolutely just waiting on the rest of my horses to stumble through the forest. Like, I get the wood slowing down movement, but did they have to cut it so severely? Because this map is still giant. But, oh well. Basically through it at this point. Not really, but let me huff the copium here. We gotta get him some Lex-Lax. Yeah, I don't want to, like, trigger the next wave of enemy dudes before I can get the rest of my horse people through. Yeah, I've seen a couple of the later ones, because Underground Antihero streamed this a while back, and that was why I was like, damn, this game is weird for a Fire Emblem. I should give it a try sometime. So I think I saw the map for chapter, like, 3 or 4, and I was like, my god, this is enormous. Kaga, what are you doing? But he gonna do whatever he gonna do. Yep, I have played Binding Blade, FE7, Sacred Stones, Path of Radiance, Radiant Dawn, Awakening, Conquest, Revelations. I think that's all the Fire Emblems I've played and beaten. I've also played one FE7 ROM hack, Dark Lord and the Maiden of Light, here on the channel, and I very much enjoyed that. So yeah, I'm pretty familiar with Fire Emblem as a series. I just don't know this game in particular. My first stream of this was titled Tellius Baby Plays Genealogy, has no idea of the horrors that await him, because my brain always thinks in terms of the Tellius games, and I have to remind myself not every Fire Emblem game works the exact same mechanically. But my brain always assumes that. Hello, Reen? I feel like I'm saying that wrong. What's up? Just playing some Genealogy today. Slowly marching my dudes through the forest that cuts their movement down to basically nothing. Ah, nice. Path of Radiance is so good. I hope you enjoy it. Fourth Raid? Fourth Raid is a good... Well, I guess I don't know about FE5. I was considering, because I've kind of had this thing going where I'm playing through the games backwards, but then I looked into Thracia a bit and I was like, oh, it is explicitly, like, within the same time frame as Genealogy. So maybe I should play Genealogy first. I've heard Thracia is a mess, but I kind of like it when Fire Emblems are a mess in certain ways. Like, Radiant Dawn is a mess in a lot of ways, and I love it. Oh god, that's really broad. I would say most Fates characters are my least favorite, and my favorite is in terms of, like, just overall being a characterness. Ike is the best Fire Emblem main character, and I feel pretty confident that no other Lord character is ever going to dethrone him for me. Great in combat utility, great personality, always driving the story forward. Related to Young Drool, but also not 100% tied to it. Okay. I was told by some semi-reliable sources that I could get spoiled on some genealogy stuff if I played Thracia first. So I was like, okay, maybe we let that one be. Dimitri, Marianne, Felix, and Deedu? I don't recognize any of those names. I'm gonna be straight up. It's a mid-quill. Okay, yeah. Alm, Byleth, and Corrin. That's fair. Alm is kind of bland, and Corrin sucks. I know nothing about Byleth. Because, I've never played Three Houses. Because I didn't have a Switch for the longest time. And Fates burned me so bad on Fire Emblem that it's gonna take something spectacular to make me want to play a new Fire Emblem. I'm wondering if I can get those bow friends to advance on me without wandering into Siege Tome range. Imagine Corin, but a tad less. Wow, they are amazing, aren't they? 24/7. That sounds better. Still bad, but better. See, I feel like Conquest would be a pretty good introduction to the series, because Conquest, like, a lot of people dunk on all of Fates, including Conquest, but Conquest was a perfectly alright time. I enjoyed playing it. But then the other two Fates games were so much worse. Have you forgotten about the puzzle? No, but I have... I don't know where... Oh. Well, that's a bit obvious in retrospect, I suppose. Where do I have? There do I have. Violet doesn't talk outside of dialogue options. Ugh, yeah, Silent Protag in Fire Emblem sounds like a bad pick. Like, at least Robin had a little bit going for them in Awakening. And Corin, I guess, a little bit, kind of. Yeah. But with the information I was given, that's now shockingly clear. I know a lot of people like Camilla. Meh. She was fine, I guess. She's just big boobs Onesan. Which, like, I guess, if that's all you want. I ain't gonna shame it. I understand it. I just want a little more spice. Half his cast revolves around him, half the women he's met, most of his friends supports basically about all. It's like a punching bag. Very essence of a curry stew. Damn. Yeah, I never finished Echoes. Alm seemed... I don't know, it didn't seem like he had much going for him. So I had no real opinion of him, positive or negative. Yeah, the game doesn't tell me shit. It is true. Okay, so maybe I need to just kind of be ready to, like, dive in there and do Silent Staff. So let me get set up for that. I like big boobs, but I hate creeps. Okay. Fair enough. Camilla is... I don't even know. It's been so long since I played the Fates games. I remember, like, nothing about her personality besides kind of having that, like, fan service character-y, like, ooh, let me tease you a little bit thing going on about her. And I remember nothing else about her personality. Hate, regret to love, now I went back to liking her grind set. Understandable. Big boobed witch girls. Then you like, God, I don't remember her name. Tharja? Awakening is also kind of a blur for me. I know a lot of people absolutely adore Awakening. For whatever reason, I, like, remember not that much about it. It's just a fucking creep. Fair. Fair. She's a creep, but I don't know. I found it more entertaining than anything. Okay. Silence. How much time does this buy me also? Oh, okay. Wow, that's an entire ass level. Oh, Silence 5. There we go. Because Conquest was first game. That's fair. That's fair. She only got luck. Yeah. But, you know, it's... whatever. Their skills are pretty good out of the box. It seems like most people who started with Awakening really like it. And it's a fine game. It's just not really, like... I don't know. Even, like, Sacred Stones, I dislike any Fire Emblem game where you can just grind. It bothers me. Oh, Lilina's great. I love Lilina. I feel like she would... She almost should have been the main character instead of Roy. No, not almost. She should have been. I will take a stand on this. Sure. I feel like I don't have the proper context to evaluate a defense and a critique of all because I've not finished Echoes, but sure, pop off.
Bicycle disaster!
Yeah, I used Lilina very heavily in my FE6 run, and she became a monster. Like, from what I was told from people in chat, I had one of the better Lilinas they've seen, and I got a good Roy. I had the weirdest luck in FE6. Like, sure, it still didn't fix the fact that he took forever and a day to promote, but his stats grew well. Why is that Alm's fault? Blame the writers instead? Yeah, it is. You are talking about the writing. No, Silvar, no one said lolly. Hell yeah, that feels like a great decision, because that other... What's the name of that mage that give you early game who's just terrible at everything? I think he got magic for me like once in 12 levels, and Lilina showed up and I was like, alright, friendship ended with other worthless mage. We now only use Lilina. And I never looked back. Yes, that sounds right, Corn. I said Lilina. Lilina. I did like his personality. He didn't get good growths for me, so I threw him in the bad bin, so to speak. Okay, deconstruction of typical Fire Emblem. That sounds good. That sounds like a thing I would enjoy. Alright, let us send him off over here to enjoy his vacation. And start killing some goddamn archers. Because we're on a clock here. It's so true. Lou gets double but can't get magic screwed. Lilina will not. See, my Lilina had no problem doubling because she was just like, low speed growth? Never heard of it. And just kept getting speed continuously. It was great. Oh right, you don't have an actual heal staff. Well, that's unfortunate. Oh, wait. No. Let me actually... Yes, going with Javelin. Speedina is a wonderful thing. But I consider myself generally a pretty lucky guy. My Fire Emblem luck is really weird. Like, lords that tend to be unstoppable murder beasts for most players have a good chance of winding up just kind of bad for me. Like, I can't count how many bad Path of Radiance Ikes I've dealt with over the years. Homie just does not get strength growths for me. I've had bad FE7 Hectors. I don't think, what's his name? Lance Lord Boy in Sacred Stones. Ephraim. I don't think I've ever had a bad Ephraim. Bad Hectors is a thing. It was like Hector, but without any attack. Oh, see, I've never played Fire Emblem Heroes, but since I have an actual legit gambling problem, TM, I cannot allow myself to play gacha games for obvious reasons. You have more Void with the Steel Sword. I'm not super worried about these archers. So I'm just gonna kind of, like, smash people into them. And more thievery. Oh yeah, he needs to make a donation. Who was it again who needed to... Finn, that's right. He was kind of struggling to catch up here.
He'll get there eventually. Just you wait.
Okay, I think that just leaves Chunky Campbell Soup. Yep, and he does not get to move. He's good in 0% runs. That's how you know a character is truly, truly high quality. If they can just still dominate in 0% growth runs. Okay, it looks like they're splitting their attacks as well, so this enemy phase should be pretty free. Famous last words, I know, but... I'm a Jagan with good growths is also, I'm a god and no one can stop me. True. And I'm excited because I know literally I've seen the character that Fire Emblem archetype gets named after in the fandom has appeared in this game, though not as a unit yet. Oh, really? What's your usual move, Corn? Do you, like, loop around? Oh, see, that's probably what they intended for you to do, but meh. Also, how are we doing on that silence timer? 3 turns. Alright, this should be pretty free. You're probably gonna proc Aster or something. No? Okay. That's fine. I can give the kill to a unit who isn't a Myrmidon. This is preferred. Yeah, I suppose. Poor Merms. Listen, they could have chosen to be a real class. Nothing was stopping them. Oh yeah, for anyone that's new here, I really, really don't like Myrmidons. I also blame this on me being a Tellius boy. Because, boy howdy, are they not good in Tellius. I will never stop you, you know this. Merm Emblem? Jesus. I have never had a good Mia in Path of Radiance. She is always complete and utter trash for me. Never gets strength, never gets defense. She's in a game where you can't where it's really hard to reliably dodge tank. I never ever use her. Not seriously, at least. I'm actually, my current run of Path of Radiance that I'm doing, just so I can do, like, a more planned out Radiant Dawn run with the New Game Plus stuff. I'm using Mia a bit, just to see how she goes, but she is, once again, just disappointing me. Yeah, Rutger is great. Rutger is great, because he's in a game with low enemy, with bad enemy stats. So dodge tanking is a strat that can work out more. But in any game where enemies have, like, actual chances to hit you, if you have a little bit, unless you have, like, huge amounts of dodge stats, Merms are bad. Rutger is the exception, not the rule, exactly. Swords are unusually good in FE6. I suppose it's just because axes are so garbo. Which makes me sad. I like a good axe boy. Even a mediocre axe boy. I just like me some axe boys. Very true. Very true. Swords are at their best in Genealogy. Really? It was kind of... Okay, great level from Quan. Not that that's too much of a surprise. It was always my impression that swords were kind of hit at their peak at Radiant Dawn because you had wind edges and the like, so you could semi-reliably have, like, a 2-range counter. He is fine. Weight strikes up the 3-weight swords rule. Ah, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. That makes much sense. Owain was fun for his personality, but I never had... Then again, I've only done 2 runs of Awakening, but in those 2 runs, I never really had him be a good unit. Also, that's a game where you can fix any problem with a unit by just turning them into a better class. Yeah, Slim Swords are so busted in this game. It's wild. I'm so used to them being a borderline meme weapon, and suddenly they're like, oh, would you like to enjoy all the success? I'm like, okay. Yeah, that sounds good. Wow, you actually dodged an attack. Uncommon Myrmidon W. It must be the forest. But no, Hugh, you would actually really like this Myrmidon, because look at her stats, pretty good. And then she has the ability to double, because that's a skill in this game. She is immune to critical hits, enemy skills, and crippling hits. I don't know what crippling hits are. And she has Astra, which works exactly how it does in the Tellius games, so she's pretty good. She just can't dodge to save her life most of the time. Oh yeah, I believe it. I believe it. I'm sure whatever child comes out of her womb is going to just be an engine of mass destruction. Fam, did you have to say it like that? Yes. Yes, I did. I can definitely double you. You will not regain the ability to cast magic, so I could just use this as a chance to, like, chunk you down. Because that'll be 23, bringing you down to 7. Somebody else can easily swoop in and kill you. Already saw the dialogue, I guess. Wait, what dialogue, Xavier? Oh, yeah. I saw the outright stated incest plan. I was like, god damn it. It happened so much faster than I expected. Ooh, okay, good level. What is that tone indicator? LH? I'm unfamiliar with that chord. Or is that IH? LH? Oh, light-hearted. Okay, that's a new one for me. Ah, damn it, I dropped my axe. What you... Oh, this is the thing that gets referenced. Or is this referencing an even older thing? What you dropped, was it this golden axe? Or perhaps this silver axe? Oh no, my axe isn't anything as fine as those two. It's just a plain old iron axe. Such an honest person. As a reward, I present you with this brave axe. Holy fucking shit. Farewell, Lord Lex. Okay. Alright. Alright. And it's lighter than the... Lex is about to absolutely take off here. I love this. Fair. At the same time, yeah, I would appreciate it, everyone, if you weren't as blatant with hints about future such things. Okay, so what I want to do is kill him with Ethlyn, but I think I've stranded her in the forest a little too hard for that. Because I think she could make the best use of the magic ring the boss has, and I'd rather not have to deal with trading it around. See, he has defense of 8. She has attack of 18. I would have to burn another silence staff, maybe? Or maybe she could just run up and kill him. Regardless, I have to deal with these remaining dudes. Oh, I believe you. I just, like... I don't know. My experience with Fire Emblems is, I usually don't need all the busted shit to complete the game, and I like going into games blind. Simple as. It's fine, it's fine. I just wanted to bring it up more broadly, because we have had a few more, Wow! Wow. Aren't you supposed to be an accurate class, Era? You had like a 70-something% chance, huh? Funny how that works out. Funny how that works out. Yeah, I just wanted to bring it up kind of more broadly for anyone else that had come in since you mentioned that to me. Okay, I should pay a little bit of attention to attack ranges, because I don't want to get anyone killed. Yeah, 70 is an accuracy I'm perfectly okay with in Fire Emblem. Just like, she missed 2, like, 74% chances in a row. Very unlucky, and yes, I am blaming her for my bad RNG luck there. I am not taking questions at this time, thank you. Above average for this game, I see... Oh, okay. Right, fort healing. I was like, was ist das? 70% is accurate. 20%. Is this an XCOM? Kinda recommend fully clearing the arena with only one character's... No, I don't want to do that because I don't want the grind. But I will take it under advisement. I'm probably going to wrap up after I finish this chapter anyway, Actuarist, because I need to get me some lunch and things. Yeah, I can't have her reach this turn, and I'm a little worried about giving him any chance. Can I just reapply silence? Is that a thing? It did just autosave. Let me see if that's a thing. And hey, free level for her. Okay, gained a magic. That's fine. Can you give me an idea of why clearing the next arena is a really good idea? Because I'm very, 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 very hesitant to, because arenas just ruin the Fire Emblem games. Oh, okay. Okay, if it leads to recruitment, then... Okay, in that case, sure. That is reasonable. Even if it's gonna make me interact with one of my least favorite things in the series. I'll be a big boy and deal with it. Ooh, it would be... No, I can't risk Jamka getting the kill and swiping the magic ring, because that is just gonna do him no good. HP defense? That's good. That's acceptable. Yeah, fair enough. Wait, do you have money? Could I steal from you, now that you're silenced again? You do have money. And I can deal a damage to you. Ah, damn it. Haven't really thought about it. I know Azel is not hooking up with, with Aideen because he doesn't deserve her. I feel like Aira should probably pair up with someone who's otherwise pretty strong. I don't know how inheritances work or anything, but she seems like if she can pass on any of these skills, that's going to be very nice. That's right, Aira. Makes sense. She'd be the dodgiest, so I believe you. Can I whittle him down? Let me just get more horse boys closer so I can do a hit and run if I need to. Because he might heal up to the point where I can't just wipe him out with banana. Yeah, broadly I am okay with mechanics in terms of how the game system works. Not like, eh? Oh, right, you have renewal. The one thing I never want to be told is how the story unfolds. That's one thing that's always a hard no for me. Okay, Eklund, how do you do if you go in and attack? That is not enough. Inheritance only works on personal skills, not class skills. Okay. That... I hadn't said anything, but that was kind of my assumption, I guess. Good to have that confirmed. Alec, you are a double boy. Okay, so I need to keep that in mind when I'm planning out your attacks. So that will be 10 and 10, and then you can Canto away. Yes, this should work. Chop. Chop, and now our girl can get the kill and get that magic ring. Skill, speed, not amazing. Be really nice if I could have Aideen get the kill, but she doesn't have offensive capabilities yet, so oh well. Speed, luck, My god, Xavier, how could you spoil me things for me that everyone lives happily ever after? Unit Gen X are one hell of a drug, and it's kind of what scared me away from playing Awakening more, because the deeper I got into it, the more I felt pressured to do the optimal pairings, and I was like, this is just... I'm not having fun anymore, man. I just want to play me some Fire Emblem. Okay, I don't think... Yeah, there's nothing else I really need to do here. So, cut him down and be done with it. Oh, wait, I forgot to check if... Ah, it's fine.
Archbishop Manfroy, forgive me.
Magic? Nope, only luck. That's fine. That's what the magic ring is for. Yeah, exactly. Awakening, you can just... Oh, right! It's Seize, not defeat boss. Nope, no conversations with Deidre. I do feel like they're kind of pushing these two together. You can already give gold? Oh! They're already lovers. Okay, I don't even have to... Alright. Okay, I was like, I'm going to pair them up. But the game's like, nah, we did that for you. Okay, where is Finn? Finn needs to receive a donation from our thief lad. The one forced couple. Gotcha. Honestly, I think, like, maybe, like, Lex and Aira could be a good pairing. Because they could get all of Aira's ridiculous crap and then also Paragon. I think that could be a good one. Honestly, Jamka... Maybe Jamka and... No, not you. Jamka and Aideen could be cute. That's kind of supported by story, too. They have programmed to fuck the second cigarette. It is turn very much. 46 turns. Is the game going to drop death reinforcements on top of me if I wait too long or something? I'm fine with that being answered. Otherwise, I might just, like, spend forever having people just, like, kind of vibe. Right, Quan is already married to Ethlyn. Oh, yeah. Someone needs to peg the femboy as well. A cost could be good. Past turn 50, they stop giving love points. Oh. Okay, I'm getting pretty close then. Oh, Pursuit is a class skill for her. Okay, then... Actually, Midir and Ira could be a really good pairing. I'll have to find Lex someone else. But I do want to pass on his Paragon. Just decorated all of Vicious BS out of spite. Gotcha. Okay, where is that? Finn, you need money. Give the gold. I love that that gives experience. He is now fucking loaded. Okay, I've got... Yeah, I've got some pairings going. Jamka and Nadine. Sigurd and... It's kind of a lot of dudes in this army. I need more ladies. Okay, I'll give it a few turns till... Yeah, I'll give it 3 turns, and then we will seize. Fixed amount of love points. Like, fixed amount per turn? Oh, wait a sec. Per turn, yes. Okay. I mean, that's pretty expected, I feel like. Oh, right. Healing XP. I promise, I know how to play Fire Emblem. Ethlyn, Quan, and Sigurd. Yep, exactly. So, as far as ladies go, there's only Aira and Aideen who are up for grabs. And I think I'm gonna have Aira peg Midir. And I like Aideen and Jamka. That's kind of, like, supported by Canon, too. Because he, like, went out of his way to help her out. I think that's kind of nice. Some units want to fuck over units faster than others. I see. I could imagine Midir having a thing for Aideen. Any other healing? Oh, yes. Heal your husband. There's a jealousy system? That's wild. Is there anywhere that I can view information on this, like, in-game? Perhaps not. Huh. It only works in Gen 2, I think. I see, okay. Okay, I got one more turn to maybe build up some bone. Also, I should write down what my plans are here. Aira and Midir. Aira and Midir. Jamka and Aideen. It's considered an exploit half the time. Interesting. Alright, let's seize and end this farce.
Sire, we found a casualty in the palace. It's King Batur himself. He's severely wounded. By the look of it, he's well beyond help.
King Batur, are you alright? Please, come on. You can make it.
Lord Sigurd, I am so sorry for doing all this to you. I let Sandima lead me astray. He abused my trust and won over my sons, all to seize control of Verdane for himself.
I understand, Your Highness, but you need to rest now. Please, you mustn't stress yourself further.
No, it's too late for me. Heed my word, Sigurd, for there is one final thing I must tell you. The misery here. The grief spreading across all of Yggdrasil. It is all the will of the Dark Priesthood. They blight our world from the shadows all in the name of the revival of their dark god, Loptir. Sandima was one of them. He twisted us to war with Grandvale for the sake of the cult's madness. The Dark Priests, they infect every corner of our world. Sigurd, stay vigilant, yet lest you be tricked too.
Sigurd's like, well, that's not a problem. I have my perfectly trustworthy wife, who I just met, and I was warned would invite disaster if mixed with the outside world. I'm good, bro.
I failed the people of Verdane. Sigurd, I beg you, make this right. Protect my people.
Oh, Your Highness. The Dark Priesthood? What in the blazes is happening? The Alabama sorcerers. Nah, I think it makes more sense to leave the opening crawl for next time. I'm gonna start to wrap it up here. Genealogy. Very weird, but I am enjoying myself. There's an option in the home castle to check what units are down bad for who. Neat. Okay. I will have to check on that next time to see what progress I am making, if any, because I basically only started setting up in the last few turns. So thanks everyone for coming out. Spend a little bit of your morning, afternoon, evening, whatever time it may be for you. If you're new here, thank you for the follows I got. I don't always play Fire Emblem. I do a lot of stuff, just kind of, I do a variety stream on Saturdays where I play random games every 30 minutes. It's a lot of fun. I will also be streaming tomorrow, which is not normally a day I stream, but I have the day off, so I was like, why not? Where I'll be streaming a bad game from my youth. I believe, about so good timing. Hey, perfect. Yeah, we all need to, like, get lunch, or at least I need to get lunch. I will return with more Genealogy, I believe, on Friday, unless something unexpected happens. And then, Saturday will be Shuffle Saturday, and Sunday will again be Fire Emblem. Because I want to go a little hard at this game, because the going is a little bit slow, because the maps are huge. Who can I give a raid to? My buddy Leafy Tree is doing his usual Sunday football stream with Blood Bowl 3. So go and say hi to him. Thanks again, everybody. Appreciate y'all coming out. Dealing with my weirdness where I hate Myrmidons, but I like Fire Emblem and all that. If you're watching the VOD after the fact, I see you. I appreciate you. Go say hi to good old Leafy. He's a good dude. And my name is Vimbert, or Vimbear if you prefer. I'll see you around the internets.